The following is not suitable for children under the age of 18. This show contains coarse language and my own personal views and opinions. Please note all references to wrestlers and politicians is complete satire and is intended for fun, not harm. Hello and welcome to the Sky Genie Show, the absolute worst show ever. If you'd like to follow me through social media, on Twitter I am at SDD916. If you'd like to follow me on Facebook, I have changed the name to the unofficial group page to the Sky Genie Show page. Please like and subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. If you'd like to support the show, go to my homepage on YouTube and there's a donate button. You can donate whatever you like on there. Your donations go towards the show and helps quality of audio and improvement overall of the show. Otherwise, the show will remain free. I'd like to shout out a few podcasts. Get in the Corner on Wednesday at 9 PM on Mixlr, as well. Also on Mixlr is the Don Tony Kevin Castle show, who drop every Monday night immediately after Raw. As well on the same channel as the Don Tony Kevin Castle show is Wrestling Soup. They do a show on Thursday at 9:30 PM. They also do a Saturday morning shipbox on Saturday mornings, but this is not on pay-per-view weekends. And on Sunday pay-per-view weekends, they do a recap show of the pay-per-view. So please check him out on Mixlr. Also on Podbean, there is the Solomonster Sounds off, who drops a show every Sunday. They are really good shows, and I recommend you go out of your way to listen to them because they are really good shows, unlike this one. So I guess I could tell a bit of a story that happened to me as of last night. As of recording, well, I decided to go out to the bar. And at this particular bar, or club, or RSL is what you would call it in Australia, the pool tables are free on Friday and Saturday night. So I decided to go out and, take advantage of the free pool. Friday nights are probably more busier than Saturday nights. Saturday nights are shit in this town, so really if you're coming out here for a nightlife, you're in the wrong place. Anyway, I was playing pool, and this guy about in his 50s, I guess, came up and decided, hey, I'm going to play in a free game of pool. Alright, fair enough. This guy, there's some song that was on and he didn't like it. And, I didn't like the song either, but either way, the story, he decided to go put something in the jukebox so you could put selections of the music on. He goes, I know, I'll pick something you like, but don't tell me what you like. This is a complete total stranger. I don't know who the fuck this guy is. he puts on this song, puts on an artist, Australian artist called Casey Chambers. Casey fucking Chambers. If for those of you who may not know who she is, who might be foreign, she's a Australian country singer who sings god awful songs, yet people like her. Get it? Anyway, he puts a song on, and now I'm starting to get a little bit pissed off. I mean, really, you put that shit on? I mean, fuck that. And then in the game of pool itself, I mean, I don't know what American rules are, but Australian rules, there's like one shot rules, and when you sink the white ball into the corner, and you're when you go put it back on the line, you can't shoot backwards. You can only shoot forwards. Well, all his balls happened to be backwards. It was the last two balls he had, and he decided to turn around and sort of break our rule in shooting it backwards. And okay, so this guy's cheating. So while he had to go to the toilet, so I minded his drink, didn't I? Well, at that point, I happened to be sweating a lot, and that would mean my balls. I had sweaty balls, and I decided, while nobody was looking, to put my sweaty balls into his drink. And boy, the fact that he drank that shit down, the juice of my sweaty balls, without even a hint question, baffles me. And I think I might be scarred for life. The reason I am not scarred for life is because that is what I wish I did. No, what actually ended up happening, we played a second round, he cheated again, he beat me, and he got bored and fucked off. So, that was the story. And for those wondering about Genie Jr., well, there's a little bit of a story. We had a break-in happen at our house, and Genie Jr. stopped him. But then he also raped the burglar who broke in, because what they happened to do was break into his room, and while it woke up Genie Jr. and by the time me and Mrs. Genie got to his bedroom to see what the commotion was about, it was too late. The rubber was curled up into a ball, and there was nothing he could do. He was pretty shaken up. That's all I could say. And we'll have some wrestling news right after the break. Do you fancy yourself a writer? Do you think you have ideas? Well, listen up, because I have something for you. Become a WWE writer. Yes, become a WWE writer and write stupid shit for Roman Reigns. Bury your women in cruiserweights, but call it a revolution. Hey, want to know why you can't call it wrestling? Being a WWE writer means you get to work with people like Vince McMahon, The Game Triple H, and that cunt herself, Stephanie McMahon. Oh, could you imagine the bullshit you have to write for her? So open wide and come inside and become a WWE writer today. Stop what it is you're doing right now. Did you stop? Did you? Do you want to know why I told you to stop? Well, I fucking felt like it. Moving on. back. Hulk Hogan denies any talks between himself and WWE at this point. Brooke Hogan, sometime last week, told TMZ that Hulk Hogan was actually in talks with WWE to return at WrestleMania. And Hulk Hogan went on Eric Bischoff's podcast and said that is not the case. I still say the thing is happening, and I don't see any reason for it not to be happening, but really, whatever. The update on Sin Cara: he has been exiled to Smackdown for the European tour. Now, I don't know whether that's punishment or a promotion, but I don't know. WWE considered sending Sin Cara home, but exiled him to the Blue brand. Well, exiled, promoted, does it really matter? Who gives a fuck? It's Sin Cara. UK's Will Ospreay and Marty Scurll have both signed contracts with Ring of Honor Wrestling. Their announcement from Ring of Honor is referred to as exclusive contracts. But then that could really mean anything, as they could still be working at New Japan and overseas in Europe, but they're exclusive to Ring of Honor. Joey Styles was fired from Evolve Wrestling after he made a comment to ring announcer Jonah Rose, a sexual comment that's apparently getting popular about being grabbed by the pussy from President-elect Donald Trump. Gabe Sapolsky is not exactly thrilled with Joey Styles, as he was told before the show not to get political. Gabe Sapolsky on Twitter apologized for Joey Styles' remarks and later announced that the company of Evolve and Joey Styles have parted ways. Joey Styles was fired earlier this year by WWE for making comments against things in the WWE, like the name of the Universal Championship. So where does Joey go now? Who knows? But that's it about that one. Billy Corgan and Anthem have settled their financial differences. This was after Billy Corgan was supposed to be paid $1.8 million on the 1st of November. TNA Wrestling and Anthem failed to do so, and Billy Corgan filed suit to get 36% ownership. Billy Corgan is no longer with TNA Wrestling, and with Billy Corgan out of the picture, expect soon for Anthem and TNA Wrestling to announce that they have bought the company. Everyone kind of knows that this is happening anyway, but still, well, that's the end of that bit of news. And for those wondering about my Smackdown experiment, the results so far after the first week, I have wanted to watch more wrestling. Usually when I watch Raw and Smackdown, the rest of the week is on a depend basis. This week, I have found myself wanting to watch more wrestling. Smackdown was a good to average show, but it was a short 2 hours. Short 2 hours. Yes, think of that one for a second. Before I was watching Raw and Smackdown after the draft, all I'd pretty much watch of wrestling is probably 4 hours. I'll watch Raw and NXT. And now that it's a good thing they're reducing the amount of pay-per-views for next year, because, goddamn, I am sick and tired of it. But I have been wanting to watch more wrestling. Sadly, I haven't been able to find anything online that's caught my interest. I don't think there's really was much shows this week at all, which is kind of weird, because usually there's at least one show dropping. I think because of the UFC, and in the month of November they're trying to wind down a bit, so I can understand why. But yeah, I have been wanting to watch more wrestling, and I'll see if that continues throughout the month. And that'll be it for this episode of the Sky Genie Show. Thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe, and please donate if you can. Otherwise, the show will always remain free. Thank you for listening.